Welcome to the Childcare Business Coach podcast with Evelyn Knight, where mindset mechanics come together for success. Evelyn Knight is the leader of the ECE revolution and is on a mission to touch 1 million children's lives through the elevation of the ECE community.
It's hard to believe, but about a decade ago, it feels like it was yesterday, but it was about a decade ago, having a vision saved my career. How, right? It's kind of crazy. One day, I had a typically hard day at my childcare center. Same old thing, arguing with parents, just struggling with staff, didn't have enough money to pay my bills, worrying about how I was going to make it. I drove home from my childcare center. I was tired. I had been arguing with a parent right before that who wanted me to waive their bill. They were saying it's only $140 a week. And even back then, that was cheap, right? It's only $140 a week. You have so much money. Just waive it. In my mind, I'm thinking, really? I have so much money? You have no idea what I'm dealing with and how much money I owe. I don't have enough money. I'm not making any money myself, and I owe so much. And you don't know the fact that you are probably the 20th parent this week that wanted me to give them some kind of credit. Now, this was around 2011, 2012. So we were in that recession. That was really bad. So parents were struggling too. And it seemed like everybody wanted a handout. And I was drowning. I pulled into my driveway, exhausted from the day, thinking, oh, I got to still make dinner. I have to take care of my own children. And to be honest with you, my cup was so empty. I walked inside my house, put down my purse, and I noticed my mom was sitting at the couch with my husband. I thought, well, that's weird. They called me into the living room to have a talk with me. And my first thought was, oh boy, what did I do? What did I do? So I sat down to talk to them, and they very lovingly told me that it was time to close my business. They lovingly told me that I had failed and that it was time to give up. It was time to quit. That was a very hard day for me. I pleaded with them and told them there is no way I can quit. You don't understand. For those of you who know me, you know that like my calling that God has given me for my life is so important to me. And I knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I couldn't figure out what was wrong, but I knew I was supposed to be here. I was supposed to do this. But they had given up. They told me I was wrong. That day was one of the most pivotal days of my life. They also told me they were no longer going to help me. They were no longer going to help pay my payroll when I didn't have the money. They were no longer going to listen when I came home crying and stressed beyond words. They were exhausted too. My failure as a business owner was really taking a toll on them. Now, sometimes when I tell this story, to be honest, I don't like telling this story. I don't, because it makes my husband and my mom sound bad. But I really want you to understand it is not a bad thing. They were coming from a place of love. They were hurting when they saw me hurting. I was hurting them because I was always needing so much out of them and they couldn't do it anymore. So they were practicing healthy boundaries with me. But it was hard because the two people that I relied on the most gave up on me. But I also needed that. And that pivotal moment of my life changed so much of who I am today. And it set me on the course that I've been on and what led me here to helping all of you. It really changed my life. And now I do see it. It was always supposed to be. So why didn't I quit? When everybody had given up on me, I knew my staff was talking about me. Heck, the director I hired at that time, I had a different director. She brought a competitor in to show her my center and she told my competitor that there was no way I was going to make it, that I was going to be bankrupt. I'll never forget that day either. When the other owner of a different center showed up at my school saying, "Hi, I hear you're going bankrupt and you're probably going to need to sell. So I'm here to check things out." Your director told me. Yeah, you can imagine that director got fired pretty quick. But at the same time, I kind of get her situation too. But everybody had given up on me. But I knew beyond the shadow of a doubt why I was here. I knew why God put me on this earth and I was doing what He had called me to do. But what I was doing wrong was I didn't know how. But vision did save my career. I knew my vision. But when I hit that rock bottom phase, and that is only part of the story. I will probably be telling you guys more and more of the story little by little. I'm starting to realize that there is so much power in me telling you guys everything. As much as it hurts, it is hard being here, transparent and vulnerable, and letting you see the ugly truth of what I went through. But it was so necessary. It was so necessary for me to be here, to be able to help you. So this is going to be pretty short today. I just got back from the NACI conference where it was such an honor. I had over 370 people show up for my training session. I had one of the highest training sessions for attendance at the NACI conference. I'm so excited for that. And I'm also just getting home from Salt Lake City. Between NACI on Friday, I've been in Salt Lake City as well for a different training. And now here I am on Monday morning. So I'm tired. It's going to be quick. But this has really been heavy on my heart. And I wanted to share this with you today because later I'm going to actually be training on vision mapping. And every one of you is welcome to come. The reason I do this is because it literally saved my career. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt why I was here. And sometimes I have a problem with vision because so many people are teaching vision right now and purpose and all of the things. But I really feel like they're doing it wrong. Your vision and your purpose are so intertwined and they're so strong that they are a part of who you are and they are a driving force. It is still the reason I get up every morning. It is the reason that I didn't quit after my husband died. It is the reason that when my mother and my husband and everybody gave up on me, I did not stop. I kept going. It is the reason I knew I couldn't stop and I had to find a way. It is still what drives me every single day over a decade later. And it's why I'm so passionate about helping you. And that's why I do every year, I do this vision training because I know how it can change your life too, just like it changed mine. And it can keep you going when it feels like nothing's left, like you're done and you just can't anymore. It is what can pick you up off the ground. It makes me so emotional because I can't even tell you how it saved me. But this is so much bigger than just, this is what I want for my life. And the fancy vision boards, which I have one too. I absolutely have a vision board to remind me constantly that physical, what am I trying to produce in the world? But it is so much more than that. I cannot even begin to stress to you. My planner that I created is all about getting you to your goal. And the course we're doing today is about vision mapping. It's about how do you get there? So you create this amazing vision, right? And how many of us do that, right? I am going to do this. And we got these visions out there and we're ready to go. But then how do you get there? And your vision is your destination, right? But without a roadmap, how are you going to get there? Now, as I say this, I don't want any of you to stop If you have a vision and you know there's this thing you've just got to do, you have to do it. Start tomorrow. Start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start today. It's always though, but I don't know how to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know. That will cripple you forever. In one of my trainings, I have this PowerPoint I put up, and it's one of my favorite PowerPoints. And in the book I'm writing right now, it's actually a whole chapter of my book that and what I say is later is the most dangerous word in the English language. Again, I don't know. This is a really emotional episode. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this when I'm so tired. But the last week of Ron's life, all he really talked about is all the stuff he didn't get to do. It was all about his unfulfilled dreams, the trips we never took, all those things we said we were going to do and that we never did. And because of that, I now see later as the most dangerous word in the English language. So your vision is one thing, and creating lovely vision boards like the one I own, I make my vision board, I update it regularly, is a wonderful thing. But you need to know where you're going. You have to have a map with deadlines, expectations. How are you going to get there? So important. I cannot stress to you how important this is. So part of what we're teaching today is going to help you get those steps. We're going to help you create. If you had a magic wand, what would your vision be? Some of you don't even have vision. I was working with some people. Gosh, one of the trainings I just did, you guys, my brain is fried. In the last 3 weeks, I've been to San Diego, Salt Lake City, Nashville, and then back to Salt Lake City. So my brain's a little fried, and now I'm back home again, thank God. But during one of the trainings, I realized people do not know how to dream. They don't know how to dream. So those visions are just kind of like, oh, I have a vision and I want this little house with a little picket fence and I'm going to have this job. I literally heard that somebody, one of another coach I work with, it was actually Christina, our mindset coach here at Child Care Business Professionals. Somebody actually got on her call and her dream is to make $32,000 a year. That's it. People don't know how to dream. So in the course, we're going to teach you how to create that dream and how to get a roadmap to achieve your goals and to get to your dream. So basically, I teach you the art of reverse engineering. The way I do it is I have my 10-year plan and I break my 10-year plan into a 5-year plan. Like, okay, if I get 50% of the way there, how am I going to get there? And what does that look like? Then every year, this time of year, you guys are literally going through with me right now what my 2024 plan is going to be. So basically, I look at it like, okay, what do I need to achieve next year? And now I'm going, right now, what am I in? I think I'm in what should be year 3 of my, year 3, it might have been year 4 of my 10-year plan, but because I lost my husband, I kind of lost 2 years, I think. After Ronnie got really, really sick, I kind of just decided, okay, I'm pausing this year. And then the first year after he passed away, I paused that year. So I'm kind of restarting my 10-year plan. So I'm considering this year 2 of my 10-year plan. So with my 10-year plan, I'm looking at, okay, here's the 5-year mark. This is where I am after 2023. Where do I need to be at the end of next year in order to get to that 5-year plan, considering I only have 3 years, or after next year, I'll be working on my 3rd year. So I reverse engineer to get there, right? And then every quarter, you're going to look at, okay, what do I need to do this quarter to get to my annual plan? And then every month, you're going to say, what do I need to do this month? And then every week, what do I need to do this week? And then every day, you're going to say, what do I need to do every day to get to my goal, right? And that's something we'll be working on. I will take you guys through this in depth. We will actually create your annual plan, and I'll show you how to start creating your quarterly plan. so that you can get going. And then if you purchase, for my members, you guys, you absolutely know that is today. It's free to you. The recording is yours. If you purchase it, you will also get my planner, my journal, and the course. And the planner and the journal are actually created to help guide you through all of this. This is actually what you're going to, it'll actually guide you through the entire process for the whole year next year. So, and by the way, if you guys got my planner next year, we fixed it. I know there was a lot of bugs in it last year. It is so much better. It is just so much better. I had a bunch of people help me, just got a lot of feedback from last year's planner to this year's planner. So much better. And then we also are adding a journal. And the journal is really to help you to make sure you stay on task with your goals. Here at CCBP, we are all about getting you to your goals, to goal setting, achieving what you're setting out, and course correcting when it's time to course correct. So join us if you haven't signed up yet. Make sure you're there. Members, make sure you're either there or you watch the recording. But so important to have that powerful vision, because it will absolutely change your life. Absolutely. And by the way, if you're watching or listening to this and it's past the time, you can still get, and you're not one of my members, by the way, you can still get this course. You can still order the planner, all the things, and get the course and all the things. So just let us know. You can just email admin@childcarebusinessprofessional.com. And for those of you watching, I will put that on the screen. It's admin@childcarebusinessprofessionals.com. And if you are listening to the podcast, thank you. And just give us an email, admin@childcarebusinessprofessionals.com, and we can get you into that course. But it is life-changing for my people in CCBP who've been through it, and other people. I get told all the time that this will absolutely change your life, that it changed their life. So hopefully that is helpful for you guys. I am going to cut this short today, like I said, and end this early now, so I can just rest a little bit, let my brain just calm down. Self-care is super important after 3 weeks of travel and teaching, and I took a training and all the different things. Whew, it's time to breathe a little. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week. And by the way, also, I've been getting a lot of requests. If you would like me to attend or any conferences next year, this is the first time I'm going to be announcing this. Or if you would like me to come out to your programs and present, I am really slimming down my calendar next year. I'm not going to be nearly as available. So now is the time to try and get a hold of me. I am booked out at this point until, oh my gosh, March or April. I cannot remember. My staff will probably have to help me with that. But just let me know. Send us that email, same email address, admin@childcarebusinessprofessionals.com, because my calendar is filling up. I'm already booked for June. Thinking just off the top of my head, I don't have a whole lot of availability next year. So let me know if you would like me to present with you, for you, do some team building, whatever it is, because we're really going to be selective, and I am not teaching nearly as much as I did this year, so that I'm not gone for 3 weeks in a row, and I can spend more time with my family. And for those of you who know my life, my goats and my chickens and my dogs, I love my animals, and I just want more time with them. So everybody, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to see you next week. And I also hope to see you in Monday's course. So excited about it. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for joining Evelyn today. For more information, please visit childcarebusinessprofessionals.com.